and welcome to the channel. Today I thought, because February is a kind of slow month with regards to omnibuses and releases, I would do a quick video to show what I have bought and has arrived since Christmas 2020 up to now when this video goes out. So have a look, let me know if you've got any of these or whether you're looking forward to getting them or which one you think I should read first. Okay, first up we have got How Heavy Are the Dumbbells You Lift Volume 4. This continues the story with extra little side stories and bits of information that you don't get in the anime series, waiting for the rest of the series to be released in English. I just enjoy it. It's cheap, it's sort of derivative fun, and it's just a nice little sort of aside from violent, grim graphic novels and what's going on in the world. Next up is Oracle Code. This is one of these graphic novels for sort of young adults, but to be honest, I just found it was a really interesting, different take on Barbara Gordon as you follow her as she goes to a rehab centre after just having broke her back. Nothing Joker related, by the way. And it's just a sort of mystery story where she has to make friends and face up to her situation. But a thoroughly good read and not very expensive at all. Next up is Dragon Hoops. This is a book I'd heard a lot about, and it's by the chap who did Superman Smashes the Clan. It is a really good look at someone trying to write a book and getting involved in a sport they never thought they would get involved in. And there's some really interesting bits of information about basketball and its history, in addition to some different viewpoints on people like Gandhi. It's got a great cover and I'll do a proper review on it soon. Next up is Power Man and Iron Fist. Because we didn't have much in the way of omnibuses coming up, or rather omnibuses I wanted coming out in January and February from a collection, I thought I'd have a go at the Epic Collection, and I've been liking these 70s collections. The Epic Collection is a good cheap way of getting things you would otherwise probably get in an omnibus, but for around the £20 mark. Another Epic Collection, we've got the Punisher Jigsaw Puzzle. I wish I'd bought the other Epic Collections for the Punisher when they were available and when they were cheaper. You can still get them now, but they're going for a massively inflated price. I'm surprised Marvel doesn't reprint them. I've got them in digital on Comixology, but yeah, I would have liked to have had the original copies, but I'm sure they'll come back round again. Okay, on to some hardcovers now. We've got Sanctum Genesis. I just got the digital copy of this in a bundle on Humble Bundle, which is still active at the time of doing this video. But this is a humanoid hardcover with a European size, and it is just a quality product. The Sanctum story is one that I really like, and this wasn't expensive at all. This was less than a tenner, so pleased with that. So on with the omnibuses. First up we've got Incredible Hulk Dogs of War. Nice art by John Romita Jr. on the cover. This is just a Hulk omnibus that I wanted to get because I enjoy Hulk stories. I like him just fighting monsters, and it came up cheap to get, and I thought I'd like to add it to my collection of Hulk books. Still waiting on the Dan Slott She-Hulk omnibus to come through, even though I pre-ordered and paid for it. That's a different story, but looking forward to reading this. Next up is Marvel Horror Lives Again. I haven't got the first Marvel Horror omnibus because, to be honest, it's way too expensive. This came up relatively cheap for like a few hours, and I just sort of struck while the item was hot. You get Blade in there, Satana, and it's just a good collection of horror comics that Marvel did. It's not the kind of omnibus you'd read straight through, but you pick up, read a few stories from it and then put it back down and come back to it later. But it is thick. Next up is Batman by Paul Dini. This is one that came out, I think, in America before Christmas, but in England we had to wait a while. Got this for a suspiciously cheap price. It's not, I've got a publisher's return mark or anything, but it was like 50 quid, and I thought, wow, that's quite cheap for it, because it was going for a fair bit more when it first came out, and still is going for a fair bit more if you can get it. I know a lot of places are sold out, but I like Paul Dini's Batman run. I enjoyed his Harley Quinn, Catwoman and Poison Ivy stories that I've reviewed on this channel already, and this, you know, you get a good value omnibus, got plenty of material in there. I think Paul Dini knows how to write short story arc Batman, whether it's 1 issue or 2 or 3 issue. He just has a way of condensing things and making them enjoyable to read. Finally, I don't even know if this one will fit on the camera. No, it won't. We've got Gail Simone's Red Sonja oversized hardcover from Dynamite. This is one of the few oversized hardcovers they do. This has been out for a fair while, but I've seen it drop in price considerably. This I got for just under 30 quid, which is great value because you've got great binding, great art that fills the entire page, and it's a nice hardcover. Why Dynamite don't do this with lots of other books and story collections, I don't know, particularly for the price they're able to put this out at. Even at £50, I think it's good value. And if they wanted to combine any more Red Sonja, Vampirella, or whatever stories together in this format, I think there'd definitely be a market for it. But that's it. Let me know what you think about these books, whether or not you've got any, whether you are waiting for some of them, whether you'd like to know any more about them, such as do a review, and please feel free to like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks.